here to help you with breeze, planting seeds and teaching skills. Teachers turn schoolyards to dreams. Who hates school gardens with ease?
Can a teacher run a garden project by themselves solo? You're listening to the School Gardens with Ease podcast. I'm your host, Leila Mireskandari, and this is episode 66. Today, I want to talk to those teachers who'd love to garden with their students, especially food garden, but they think this is not a solo project and they would need a huge team of parents, other teachers, club coordinators, a lot of people, essentially, for it to happen. Is that you? Do you lack confidence in your solo abilities to pull this off? Wouldn't it have been nice, though, if you could do this solo, just you and your students? No need to put a club together, no parent volunteer groups coordination, no explaining why you grow what to anyone, just you, your students, your curriculum connections, your learning expectations, your classroom, your initiative, your time, your control. Wouldn't that have been so cool and easy? Wouldn't all teachers do this if it was like that? Well, not all teachers, but certainly all of those who know the value of an educational garden would, right? I know you certainly would have done it if you thought it was that easy, right? Well, my friend, it could very well be that easy. It could. Contrary to what everyone thinks, you do not need anyone. If you find that famous sunny window that I keep talking about and you grow a classroom garden, then it 100% is that easy, because all you need is a few dollars to buy seeds, soil, seed starter cups, and then a few dollars for a guide or two off of my website, and your principal has that many dollars to give you. I promise you that. It's not that expensive. You do have to write your own lesson plans if your school doesn't have the budget to purchase my Oasis packages. Yes, you would need to spend some time on that, but that would not need other people. So your principal is the only person you need to talk to for the funds, and they don't even need to do anything else for you. As I keep saying, do not underestimate the power of a classroom garden. An outdoor school garden sounds so much more exciting. I know. But in reality, it's not a huge deal higher impact than a classroom garden, just a tiny bit. I really think outdoor school gardens are so overrated. I even have a complete episode on this topic. I encourage you to go listen to episodes 31 and 32 of this podcast, where a teacher with 3 years of experience growing classroom gardens talks about it and hear how impactful and amazing it could be. But let's say you really, really want that glamorous outdoor school garden. Can you do something like that solo? Well, yes and no. But the no is not as dramatic as you probably imagine. Let me explain. The difference between a classroom garden and an outdoor school garden is, of course, the outdoor garden. If you already have an outdoor garden in your school and don't need to build one from scratch, assuming the garden is in a sunny spot and close to water tap, so it's a good garden, you don't need anyone other than your students to grow that garden, period. It's only when you need to build a garden that you might need other people, for approvals, maybe to use the land, to, let you work with a bigger budget, to help you fundraise for that bigger budget, and things like that. But you don't need parents, other teachers, or any other adult to actually build the garden. You don't need to hire anybody. There are plenty of fun and easy ways to build gardens with permaculture techniques that I've talked about extensively in different episodes, countless times in this podcast, that allows your students of grades 3 and up to build their own garden during class. And don't you underestimate the power of a classroom of 20 enthusiastic kids. They build gardens in no time and have tons of fun doing it too. So, yes, as long as you manage the approvals and the funding part of the school garden with the people you need to, your principal, your school board, your parent community, etc., you can build, grow, maintain, and harvest from a school garden completely solo. And by solo, I mean you and your students. You don't need other teachers, other parents, anyone else. And you don't need to hire anyone from outside, none of that. You can connect it to everything in your curriculum and learning expectations: math, science, language, social studies, arts, collaboration, initiative, teamwork, community, health, so on and so forth. The sky is the limit, and it's all in your own control. Go check out the resources on my website. You could even book a Zoom meeting and talk to me directly about what you want to do, and I'll help you go through that. Let's do this, because you totally can. Talk to you next week in another episode. You've listened to the entire episode, and for that, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave me a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and please share this episode with other teachers who might be interested in this topic. See you next week for a new episode.